Good. Are you on? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program. As you can tell, perhaps it's night. We are not live. I'm in a vehicle, and furthermore, I'm not alone, as my dear friends.
Yes, you can say that.
My dear friends have joined me in the back seat of what seems to be a Chevy Cutlass or something.
Yeah.
Say hello to Sarah Shockey.
Joy Shockey.
Shockey?
Yes.
It's really Joy?
Really
Yeah.
Joy. They almost named me Joy Sarah, but I wasn't happy enough.
So say hello to Sarah and Marty.
Hello.
DeRosa.
Marty DeRosa.
Martin Joy DeRosa.
But together you comprise the progressive folk duo of Sarah and Marty.
That is correct.
Yes, and you have a new album coming out.
Yes, we do.
And we're happy to plug it.
Yes, it's called...
It's called, what is it called?
Boys and Girls Calling It in the Ring.
There you go.
And we're excited. And speaking of calling it in the ring, you guys do a little duet rambling together. So maybe if you want to give me a little sampling of your single.
Oh, we're gonna call it in the ring. We're gonna have a little sing. And Marty's gonna say the thing he always does.
Hot dogs.
Oh, we changed keys
Well,
there.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, after hot dogs, you can just go home. It's not going to get any better than that.
Well, we do a handshake at the end.
Oh,
What? This
like
hand?
that? Yeah. You gotta work on
That's
that.
Hot dog and this handshake.
That's off our old EP, Hot Dog and a Handshake, available at Coconuts Records,
Yes.
where, you know,
We
the
had a
only
big
place to buy
falling out.
CDs.
Yeah. No, we met, we're here in Orlando. We met in
Yeah.
the parking lot.
You said, come in here. I have something for you.
Yeah, and
you
I
did.
do.
Yeah.
And I do. And I'm wearing these. I don't know if Delilah, you can get a lower shot there. I guess not.
Thanks, Delilah.
Hello. There we go. A nice shot. And you guys are
Delilah, I was gonna wear these. I bought these at the Wrangler Outlet Factory
yeah.
today.
And they're wrangling
they
you,
are
aren't
wrangling, but
they? Yeah,
you know,
roping them up.
And I have my sports bra to take stuff
Okay,
on.
and I'm no longer monetized.
Click.
Well, I've brought you some coffee. I stopped at the local 7-Eleven
yes,
in Orlando.
my
They've got
favorite
some good things.
barista. My favorite barista works at that 7-Eleven.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah.
John?
John.
Because
yes.
rigor mortis is setting in. You know, Orlando, and especially 7-Eleven, is great at having things that don't taste like the things that they are.
They don't
You know what
taste
I'm
like
talking
they ought.
No. And the fact that, like, you can get a potato chip that tastes like a cheeseburger tells you really that there's a problem with the North American cheeseburger. There shouldn't be a taste you capture on a chip.
What realm of cheeseburger are you happy with? The African cheeseburger, the European cheeseburger?
I like a little goat cheese on mine.
I do like some goat cheese.
I think it's very nice.
Very fancy.
And I'm not turning a shin to the portobello burger either.
Ah.
It's really making some strides. So I brought you these things, and I think we should all taste them, and then perhaps, as a sign of things to come, we can all swap them
Sure.
Yes.
and taste different ones together. So there's this one,
That's what you're paying for.
much maligned, I heard. This is a Bang high-protein coffee birthday cake bash.
Marty.
Okay.
You want to? Okay.
That's
Sure.
for you.
That reminds me of Marty because it's a party with Marty.
That is
Yes.
true.
Right?
Yes.
He's a hoot. And this one, a little floral print, dear, reminded me of you. This is Java Monster
Ooh.
Swiss chocolate.
I love the Swiss.
Right?
I do.
The people of the chocolate.
All of it.
Wonderful. And the knives.
And then what do you got?
Very un-Swiss-like. Those sharp knives.
But helpful and
And
useful.
I have, yes, double shot energy, Starbucks, guarana, and, the B vitamins.
Yeah.
Now,
Because
I'll
I am
tell
looking
you,
a little gaunt.
the little Starbucks double shot in a can is my favorite coffee drink, and I recently did a podcast about how much I love it.
Ah.
It's called Poppin' Bottles. You can
Yeah, do
Google
you have
it.
anything to plug? Besides the album.
Bop, we've got a lot coming up, and that's all we can legally say.
I requested a cortado, but this is okay.
You know what it sounds to me like in this relationship,
Yeah.
only one of you does musical improv.
You would be very correct. You would be aggressively correct
Yes.
on that.
Some of us don't think they do improv at all, even though it's a large part of the podcast that comes out weekly on the MLW network, radio network, Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling.
Yes.
Speaking of your podcast, I've been mentioned in passing quite a
Many
few
times,
times,
yeah.
right?
We
right?
like to invoke you on the podcast.
Yeah, and I think it's very sweet. So should we crack these?
Yeah,
and then
like
taste?
these
Okay.
coffees are gonna be.
Here's to our health.
Yes. Oh, yeah. When you
Yep.
think health, think
Yeah, well,
gas station,
ooh,
coffee,
you
energy
open it like a
drinks.
beer
Okay.
because you got your arm around your main squeeze.
I do.
Yeah.
My number one guy.
Oh,
Boy, that's that when I...
Oh.
Okay, so you were on the Cheerful Wrestling Show, which is a little TV show I have.
yes, I was. Could plug that.
You did an on that show that was exactly that and I know it because I copied it and cut it to put at the end because I liked the book ending of that signature. New merch idea.
Yeah.
What are we tasting?
Oh, well, it's a little creamy, and it's almost kind of like an ice cream float. There's a little carbonation in here, as per the can. How's the birthday
This
bath?
is the milk from the cereal that your parents wouldn't buy you, but you went to the kid's house whose parents don't really give a shit
Who had
about
a
him.
playroom.
Who can get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And has like every wrestling figure ever. And you're like, you don't even like wrestling. This is the milk when you're done.
Every box of cereal I would purchase had to be so boring looking.
Yeah. Tell RJ the story about sweet milk.
Oh, somebody told me about sweet milk.
Yeah, it was like a tweet about like what's something weird you remember from your childhood.
And they said we would eat the cereal and then have the sweet milk, and then we would pour it into an old milk jug, and then that would be our special treat. Later we'd have
Sweet
sweet
milk
milk,
for
and it
later.
would just be in there.
Weird.
Now, I used to make the Nestle Quick,
Yes.
but I used to be really sick and Orson Wellesian with it.
Okay.
I used to put too much powder
Okay.
for the milk.
Okay.
Then the powder used to come up and be dry, and it used to be chunky and dry, and it used to get all over my face, and I would choke having it, but I loved having
Okay.
it.
I'll do you one better.
Okay.
What was the Orson Welles tie-in?
It was just gross. He was a disgusting
What a
He's a
dunk.
disgusting human being.
Okay.
So my
Wow.
friend Lindsay and I, every day after school for a patch of time in middle school, would go down to my basement, crack open a big Swiss Miss hot chocolate giant container, and eat it with plastic spoons, and laugh so hard at Adam Sandler's The Water Boy that we would choke and giant puffs of hot cocoa would come out. And granted, we'd seen this movie a ton of times, but it just
You know who
kept
used to
making
do
us
that?
laugh.
Orson Welles. But to like, what's like an old, what's the Waterboy equivalent of a movie from like the
Yes,
30s or
RJ,
40s?
what?
Well, not the 30s and 40s,
Yeah.
but maybe like it's a mad world.
Okay, there you go.
That's like one of those wacky.
We would take a sip and just,
We would
and when the powder would go, the Ovaltine would go everywhere.
Now, here's something my cousin and I used to do. I had a very dirty cousin. He was
What kind
older.
of-
He
okay.
would show you the ropes.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He's
hey,
been
you ever
that.
have one
Yeah.
of these before?
Oh,
And I was
I
like,
have
no.
had one of those
I haven't thought of those.
Marty's been a crunkle in his
Sarah,
life.
Yes,
can I show you the ropes?
Oh, the ropes. Show you the ropes.
Oh, look at this.
That's
She's
from
won you over now.
Steamworks the musical.
Yes.
That is Marty's favorite musical. I took him to see Hamilton, but he preferred Steamworks the musical about the gay bathhouse in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is it still rocking
I
and
think
rolling?
you can
yes,
just say
still
bathhouse.
available. Still
Did you say
available.
bathhouse?
You don't have
What
to
did you
gay
say?
bathhouse.
Gay
Okay, well,
bathhouse?
some
Yeah,
people
it's
might not
redundant.
know.
Is that
Hello.
very redundant?
No,
Yeah.
some
Hello,
people,
if you
yeah.
didn't know. All bathhouses are gay, and I'm having a good time.
What I was going to say is two things. One, you'll be excited to know. Remember how I was telling you about the sequel to Phantom of the Opera?
Oh, it haunts my days.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet. I don't know where
I
or
have
how.
news for you. It's coming to Toronto.
Wow.
So if you all want to come up, get in the van, grab the kids.
Sure.
Peter and DJ.
We'll have a time.
That would be so fun.
I know.
Do I need to see the first one?
You haven't seen the first one?
I mean, I get it.
You don't get it.
He said
No,
that
you
about
don't
Harry
get
Potter.
it. No.
I get it.
Harry
Half
Potter.
the math. Oh, you would never want me for me, and the ladies, oh, but I do.
Oh, guess what?
And then they
That's not it
No?
at all. It's not a well-written
Wow.
story.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
But the sequel is even worse,
Yes.
apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the first one, nighttime,
Sharpens.
and it heightens each sensation.
Oh, okay.
And the darkness.
It wakes.
an edible.
Yeah.
It stirs imagination.
You know.
Okay.
But silently.
The senses.
Abandon.
Their defenses.
They're helpless.
To resist the notes
I write.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. For I.
And the Phantom
No.
of the Opera. That's a
no,
Frank Lloyd, right?
Yes.
Musical?
Frank Lloyd wrong in this
Yes.
case.
Andrew Lloyd Braun is his name.
Oh, okay.
Strowman.
Sorry, no, back to the pretzels. I had the dirty cousin
Yeah.
showing me the ropes.
Yeah.
He used, the pretzel sticks, the big ones,
Yeah.
cigars one? He used to bite off the ends,
Uh-huh.
and we would smoke a
Like
Yankee
cigars.
Candle.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Inhale
that's
some
fun.
nice flavored chemicals.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That'll put some hair in your chest.
Yes, and it has.
And it
When?
has.
Where
And
do
then
they
you
Well, I got
shaved it off.
Every 5 minutes. Shall we swip?
Yes.
Swip, yeah. Swap.
This I find kind of reminiscent of a cold hot chocolate
Okay.
that maybe you thought you'd drink later and put in the fridge, and now
Yes.
it's like, maybe I shouldn't have
Well,
this.
because you're having so much fun on the hills.
Yes.
On the
Here you go,
slope.
Sarah, I'll take
And
that
then
one.
you
we'll
go
We'll
that.
just do one to this.
Everyone wants to give me their coffee.
You really drank a lot of this. I was doing those TV bites.
Well, I was so
You know those
engrossed.
TV
Yeah,
bites?
you're like, here you go.
Oh, this
I was
does
doing
not.
TV bites.
Well, yours does not smell particularly grand.
This is just an old friend.
You know what this tastes like to me?
What?
Sarah's mouth is so sensitive.
I have no filter for
Something
if I hate
happened to
something.
you?
It's
Yeah.
just I drink this. Ugh.
You okay?
Thanks for the coffee
Yeah,
you got us.
welcome.
She had one of those buys recently.
Yes.
And
You can
her
still see
mouth
I have
broke out.
I have
She's
like
such a-
Kool-Aid kid mouth marks from the. It was all acid in those
You
buys.
get in the car like that? You got in the back seat? You didn't say
I'm
anything
clean.
about it?
My doctor said it was
Considerate.
fine. I'm cleared to
Very
wrestle.
considerate. This tastes like a bootleg Yoo-Hoo.
Yes.
Oh.
You know? Like
Yeah.
an off-brand.
Yeah.
This tastes like somebody snuck alcohol in it.
Like we're on the subway.
Yeah.
You know, we want to have a nice drink.
This is
It
just
tastes like you
classic.
should have a lump of protein powder with every sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and?
I mean, it's just classic. You know, it's just
Yeah.
You know, you're very tired. You're hungover. You got to go somewhere. You go to the
You had
the
this
mini
first?
mart. Yeah.
And you didn't want to
Sweet
warn
milk. It's
us?
sweet milk.
It is. Oh.
Yeah, it's just sweet milk.
Bleh.
That's all.
Now, back to just reminded me.
Yes.
Your name's Sarah Joy.
Yes.
You didn't like the original version.
Well, it was going to be Joy Sarah, and then at the last minute they were like, "Ah, it's Sarah Joy!" And
Right.
I was like, I think it works out great because I don't like the pressure of like, here comes Joy, she's going to have a smile on her
Yeah,
face.
no one named Joy looks happy.
No.
My parents picked out a name for me if I was going to be a gal.
Oh, what was yours?
Tamsin Rose.
No,
Wow.
it was not.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fake NXT name.
It does.
Somebody goes to NXT.
And they're like, oh, that used to be,
like
you know.
Tamra Payne is now.
Yeah.
Tamsin
What is it again?
Rose.
Tamsin Rose.
Tamsin
What
Rose.
was, did you have a girl name?
Maria, I believe it would have been.
I was going to be Daniel.
Yeah. Or Marla.
Daniel Joy Shockey?
Daniel Joy Shockey, like the biggest stud in the Bible.
That'd be DJ, but then when they're mad at you, they'll say Daniel Joy.
Daniel
Yeah,
Joy.
yeah.
Oh, I can hear echoing, Sarah Joy. That was the tone of when I was in trouble.
And that was your father's voice you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know how deep your mother was. And I will also say, as I mentioned, every time I see you, you were the first person to say that I tweet smaller than I am.
And it was one of the sickest burns I ever lit on fire.
Because you
Ugh.
said,
Did that
you said,
haunt your
This is
soul?
so gross.
shall we?
Here, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it didn't hurt my.
Sarah,
Wait,
an old friend?
Do you want this
No, no.
one again?
I got this
see.
one.
I see
I
how
want-
this works.
This is
All
my
right,
old
are we
friend.
gonna get this? All right.
Wait
I
a
don't want to
second.
go to this birthday.
Yeah, it's.
You know what?
This is not a
bad.
birthday
You know
I
what?
want at all.
Mm.
I like it. I like.
I
this
don't
one.
like this
Yeah,
friend.
that's the
You're
best
the
one.
friend
This is
whose
the best
party
one.
it is. You're
You
the
know
friend
what?
nobody wants to go to your party.
This one, they got it right in the little cans. Whatever they
Yeah.
added in the big cans, it just tastes like.
This feels like a gimmick infringement from a Cliff Bar.
Yeah.
The artwork.
Yeah.
What are these royal?
Well, she knows.
Sarah, what are these? Are these Swiss?
Oh, those are Swiss regions.
This is the
Mm.
family crust of each of the scientists that made the
The Java
disgusting
monster.
chemicals that go in this.
But that one's the best one. That
coffee
one's the
energy.
most
It is.
normal.
If I had to do best in show,
And that's the order.
it would be in this order.
And that's the
Number
order he
one,
wants
that's
them.
the order I want. That is the. You know what? Do you have your receipt?
Yes,
I'd
I
return
do.
it. I'd
I
return
don't
it.
know
in your
quite.
underwear. I would go into 7-Eleven in your underwear and go. You call this?
Delilah,
coffee?"
could
Do
you
you know
fill
who I
that
am?
for us?
Yeah.
I don't quite know how to quantify this, but it feels like my teeth have aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you a
I feel like
little
I have an
coating.
You
older
have
mouth.
you have Civil War teeth now. You know? You have the
Hard
teeth
tack.
of a
Or
Civil
also
War.
just like a veteran English professor.
Yes.
You know?
And everyone you hear kind of like every.
Have you
once
ever
in a
looked at
while.
Brock Lesnar's teeth? The bottom
No,
row?
I haven't gotten that close.
Okay, the bottom. I haven't either, but on the internet, the bottom row looks just like a row of sausages.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Just little.
But in a fun way?
No.
No.
In a way where you're like, are you
Like a Rudy
okay?
Giuliani way?
In a, is
Yeah.
anybody gonna say anything to this guy? kind of way. That's the kind of way it is.
Yeah. I feel like you could just zip some white glue
Yeah.
over that.
I asked Sam the dentist from the Art of Wrestling with Colt
Yes.
Cabana, Colt's personal dentist, and he said he grinds his teeth a lot, and that's
Colt?
what it is. No, Brock. From what he
Oh.
can tell.
Didn't we ask him about
Yeah,
it?
from what he can tell.
You know what? But I see him do it while he's awake.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think
He's a
that's
grinder.
doesn't take a lot of investigative work.
No, he's
You
a
know?
grinder. Did
How
you-
are Colt's teeth, by the way?
Really nice, actually. He has
Yeah.
really beautiful teeth.
I will say, I don't mean to go tete-a-tete or tooth-at-toot. Never had a cavity.
Never.
Yeah.
Wow.
I recently went to the dentist. People go to the dentist. I didn't go in about
6,
a
7
while.
years?
Sure.
Oh,
Let's say
sorry.
that.
Let's out him.
I had a few cavities I had to get taken care of, but now
He's
back
on
in
my
charge.
insurance, everyone.
I'm on her insurance.
We're not
It's
married,
good.
but he's on my insurance.
very-
And how's it do it? Is it common law, or is he
It's,
like a
he's-
dependent?
He's my domestic partner.
She's a
work
Do you
for-
say he's
I
under
work-
18?
Yes. No, I work for a European company, and they're like, oh yeah, if you live with them, they should get your benefits.
I work for a European company.
Yes.
That
I won't
sounds
tell
nice and
anybody
vague.
what I do.
Can't tell, but
I'm
Yeah.
always jet setting around the world, sharing secrets with who knows who.
You're a fixer, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
fix things.
Yes.
do you need anything
Oh, my.
fixed?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
My teeth are good.
Wow.
The dentist always makes jokes. He's like, oh, well, look, I guess I don't need to do anything here. And they all
Is
have
your
a laugh.
dentist Vince McMahon? What was that?
Damn it, open your mouth.
Goddamn, it's good shit, pal. Good teeth, pal.
And then he says, oh, you're still wrestling? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, hope you're wearing a mouth guard. And it's like, I mean, I don't have the time.
Hey.
For 20 years, he thinks wrestlers have worn mouth guards because I don't have the heart
You
to
want to hear
explain
Sarah
it.
get angry?
Yes.
Sarah, mouth guard.
Okay, so Marty dated this woman who made him wear a special mouth guard so that he wouldn't snore at night. I'll tell you something, he only snores if he's had a little too much to drink or he's just kind of passing out, and it's the gentlest little, like, you are lucky to hear Marty DeRosa snore, and you do not stop him with a mouth guard.
How do you like that? Angry. Don't angrily
Whoa,
swing that.
whoa, take it easy.
Also,
Special
we
effects.
have to go to bed and wake up so early tomorrow, and these are going to have us yaunced all night.
I will say, first of all, we should pay tribute to that woman because there's originally a group of 3 of you. It was a folk trio.
Yes.
And you guys decided to kick her out.
Yes.
And I think it's the better move because who needs a bassoon in a folk
She
group?
was mouth barred.
Yeah.
That's a shame. So, what are you
What's
young
wrong with
huckleberries?
us?
Us? When you say us, who are you referring to?
What's
us
wrong with
collectively?
us? What's
Yeah.
wrong with
Ask
you?
away. Well, let's-
And everybody knows you're high. You watching this.
How are you pointing?
I like to do.
Dude, what's happening to this finger? Make a fist. Make a and then stick your finger out. That's better.
There you go.
Teach this woman how to point.
It's kind of
What is
it's kind of
this?
fun to like.
It's very Margaret Hamilton.
Now listen, everybody.
No,
He's
not
gonna,
2 fingers.
He's gonna tell you that wrestling can't be for you, but it can.
Are you doing Vader?
Yeah, I like who's this? The dinosaurs have the Ninja Turtles have
3
these.
fingers.
They have these
Yeah,
hands.
they have like 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
I
This
know.
is horrible. And I
Do you
don't
wanna
know what I'm going
switch?
to...
Hey,
Should we go back to the
Sure.
originals
Yeah.
and think about the long journey? This is
Wonderful.
yours?
That's not
That was
mine.
And think about the
You
long
are.
journey that we've
Yes.
come out on here. And what are you guys doing tomorrow?
We are going to Disney World.
Mm.
We are going to try to ride the
I'm home again.
exclusive.
Yeah.
I know, I'm home again too. Marty's so excited to have that back. We're going to Disney all day.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
going to Star Wars time?
Yeah, Star
Star
Wars
Wars
time.
Town. Yeah.
My
Wait,
favorite was we went to Universal, and Marty knows nothing about Harry Potter, and my favorite way that he describes it is...
I know more about Phantom of the Opera than I do Harry
Describe
Potter.
the Harry Potter world.
Well,
that
isn't Harry
people-
Potter, they throw acid on the kid's face and he has to wear a mask?
Yeah. Yeah. I Harry Potter to me seems like some people work at Applebee's, some people work at Chili's, and then they fight. And at the end, everyone's like, well, I'll still kind of do the same thing.
He's not wrong,
Yeah.
in a way.
Did you just spill?
Coffee on myself. For you fetishists out there, it's
Yeah.
finally come true.
Oh,
what
no,
kind of-
he spilled.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's sticky. This is how you know it's...
Do you have people who like the coffee spill? Because we used to do, when Colt and I would do unboxing videos,
Yeah.
we called them cardboard daddies. They liked it when Colt would rip the cardboard. It was
Oh.
a little ASMR and a little just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Strong guy.
Because he would
right?
kind of
BDSM.
flex up a little bit. when
And
he
he's
would-
like, what's this,
Yeah.
your cardboard? I don't
Yeah.
care.
It was good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you get at if I took
lot.
you to a nice coffee shop? What would you get?
What would I get?
Yeah, if
Oh.
you were in an ideal situation.
Like- we
Ideal
were at,
situation.
An intelligentsia in Chicago. What can I get for you?
I like the pour over.
Okay.
I like the Chemex. You know, it's how they make it
Okay.
to me. So if it's a
yeah.
really good coffee, it doesn't need the bells and the whistles and the birthday cakes
Yeah,
and the things
yeah.
of that
How do you
nature.
feel about a French press?
I love the French press. If you've watched my show, which clearly you haven't, I really
have,
only use the French press.
But I wanted to know compared to like if you could always choose a pour over or
well,
sometimes do
this
a
is
French
my
press.
issue with a pour over. It's probably the best cup. The issue is I like to have more than a cup.
And French press is good for
It
that.
takes so long to make more than one cup out of a pour over. It's a real
Yes.
handcrafted kind of process.
The other day, and I haven't told anyone this,
Well,
What?
this is breaking.
I made a cup of coffee and I put a little pat of butter in a dish and 4 Hershey Kisses and heated it up and mixed it together and poured some banana syrup in there and then put that into a French press made coffee cup. And I enjoyed it greatly all alone. That's when I ate those fortune cookies.
You had a homemade
Wow.
this.
I did have a homemade
That's
this.
basically
I
exactly
used
what
to
that
order
was.
this drink called a Jittery Monkey at Big Apple Bagel in East Lansing, Michigan, and it was just a mocha with banana syrup, and I'm always chasing that mocha and trying to make it myself.
What's your fun named drink?
I like the cortado.
Uh-huh.
I really do. It's it just packs a good punch. It's tiny. It feels fancy. When I
Yes.
walk around with it, I feel like people really respect me at the coffee
Mhm.
shop. And
I'm sorry, you walk around the coffee shop?
I take laps.
What's
I'm
everyone
there.
drinking here?
I
What are you
park.
reading?
Yeah.
What are you reading, man?
I'll go up to the table and get the counter, get a sparkling water. You got to pair it with a sparkling water.
Yeah.
That gets the palates going.
You know, I will say, some places serve espresso so strong, it's an Italian thing, that they also serve it with a small glass
Yeah.
of like a club soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have sparkling water.
Marty
in your
likes
coffee.
to make me sip his cortado and then watch me do the same face I made with the birthday cake bash.
There are places in Chicago I don't go to because they don't have free sparkling water on tap. I'm not buying one of your Topo Gigios or whatever those are. You're not getting another $4 out of me.
Do you know who Topo Gigio is? Do you know who this is?
What's that from? Why do I know that?
Senior Wences, the ventriloquist on the Ed
That's
Sullivan
it. That's
Show.
it. Okay.
Topo,
Okay.
see,
Yeah, right.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's it,
sorry.
that's it.
And he had also a little mouse or whatever. And it's like, oh, can I have a kiss? And be like, no.
Does Tim Allen almost reference that in the Santa Claus?
Yes, he does. And I remember it.
That's
I
the
don't know why.
Yeah,
Topo Gigio.
he's
Are you like that?
in the interrogation room
Yes.
because they caught him as Santa Claus, and they're like, "What are the names for Santa Claus?" He's like, "Papa Noel, Topo Gigio," and I
Which
think
is
he's
so
just
wrong.
fucking with them at
Let me,
that
ask,
Yeah.
point.
let me ask you a question. Ed Sullivan or Johnny Carson?
Oh, Johnny Carson. And I don't even think Johnny Carson is that good.
Who's your favorite, Jimmy Fallon?
I would say no. Number one.
Karaoke guy.
James Corden.
James Corden.
Karaoke guy.
Number one, hot number one, Dick Cavett.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
Did you watch the Muhammad Ali documentary
close.
on HBO?
I'm going to watch it this week.
I heard it's
I
great.
plan to watch it this week.
Okay.
That's
Hey guys,
number one.
follow up. Make sure that he does
Yeah, I don't
watch
think-
it because
This
we're all
is-
in the
yeah.
moment right now.
I'm going to do a review of it.
Okay.
Do another video.
Okay. So Cavett number one.
Cavett number one. I am also a fan. Cavett, Letterman,
Sure.
Jack Parr, Steve Allen.
Okay.
No Conan.
Then we go Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can go. You know what? Craig Ferguson. I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
And they're gonna throw Craig Kilborn at us. There's a real fun Steve Allen. Steve Allen was interviewing Jack Kerouac at the piano, and he would play
At
the piano.
WrestleMania 6 in the shower.
No. He would play the piano while interviewing them. And he asked Jack Kerouac, he goes, "Oh, you got this new book on the road. Everyone seems to be real jazzed about it." And he goes, "Tell me a little about it." He goes, "Well, I traveled the road for about 10 years, and I wrote a book about it." He goes, "I once traveled the road for a year and wrote a book 10 years long about it." And it was just, and Jack Kerouac just looked at him like, no sold it. And he was just
But
like, nah,
8
not into
minutes
it.
of laughter.
Not into it. Sure.
My favorite train wreck coffee show ever, talk show, besides this one,
Yeah.
was the Jerry Lewis show.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be like 2 hours long, and he wanted to go every single night. And it was so bad that the second episode he apologized.
I want to really pour one out, but like on your chest.
What about the Chevy Chase show?
I thought it had all the tools.
Yeah. What
But
about the?
I was watching some Chevy Chase literally last night, and I said he just has not an ounce of
Empathy.
genuine.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The Pat Sajak show.
Pat Sajak show. Tony Danza had a
Yes.
morning talk show.
Ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
In the thick of the night. Your guy.
Of course, and
a
Gilbert
Canadian
Godfrey
guy.
was on the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw Gilbert Godfrey do stand up outside
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
opened for him
amphitheater.
recently.
I took.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
How was
Yeah.
it?
He does the hits.
Yep.
And
They
he
pick
has
him
to
up
be
and put
walked
him on
up to the
stage.
stage. He's very gentle, very frail. He has to be walked up to the stage.
Do you think he watched your set? He said, "Who's this young comic?"
Not at all. He was eating a nice piece of fish before I went up.
And then tucking himself into bed.
Mr.
And-
Godfrey,
yes.
how did I do? The trout was
The
excellent.
trout was wonderful.
That trout was awesome.
Yeah, USA Up All Night.
Who are you
host.
doing?
I'm doing Brian Alvarez doing Gilbert Godfrey.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Yes.
I don't really have wrestling fans.
Yeah, what are you doing, Sarah? These are
get
coffee
together.
enthusiasts.
There's one person out there who I called out for being high earlier that's loving this.
Oh, you're gonna be like, watch this show.
That I pointed
I
out.
mentioned you.
Hey.
All right. Well, maybe
Yeah.
we should wrap this
I thought I was
debacle
getting some
up.
iron in here. Apparently not.
No iron at all.
Not
It's
at
just
all.
high protein, low iron. That explains your complexion. I
Yeah.
want to say thank you.
Yes.
To-
Let's throw our
to
cans
Sarah
in like the
and
shield.
Marty.
You don't get that one either?
Yep.
They'll get that one.
Thank you.
Thank
and usually
you
I
for
spin
having us
and then
and
blow
the
a kiss,
coffee.
but I'll blow a kiss.
Yeah.
Good night, and God bless.
Can you feel the love? Was that the Phantom of the Opera?
Shut it off now.
Guests of the RJ City Show, subscribe to his channel, follow him on social media, and buy his t-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/RJ City.